Hey everyone, my name is Christian, and welcome to my hobby blog. Today we have a special episode. We're doing some great cult films talk with fellow film collecting YouTuber Undeadnightmare24. Welcome.
Like I just said here, I'm here with Christian, and this is Undeadnightmare24, also known as Leon's my name. And I'm just happy to be here and talk cult films also. And it's something I'm real into, so it's a good topic to speak about. I just want to say hi to everybody as well.
Great. Well, my first question, because this is something I was wondering about, because you have a lot of movies, a lot more than I do. Where did it begin? How did you get into this?
To keep a long story short, I had a lot of VHS, and I pretty much lost them or misplaced them. So it was mainly 80s horror or 80s like action films. It went from there. I went to DVDs. I stopped collecting I'd say about, for a good 4 years, I wasn't collecting. And I had just given up. And then I watched some YouTubers on here and saw the editions they were getting. And I just fell in love with them. So I started collecting again. About 3.5 years I've been collecting now again, where I restarted. So that's pretty much where it started.
Nice. Yeah, because I started in 2016 because I took a film class. And that's when I found out that it was a lot more than what you see in theaters. There's a whole lot of movies out there. And especially now with Vinegar Syndrome and Severin, some of the movies you find out there is like, who had an idea to make this movie?
Yeah, exactly. They're just putting out lovely editions, and they're impressive. Every time they release something, I'm just like, I need to grab that. Just looks too nice. And then also the film, I care about the film as well.
It's always fun seeing the special features to some of these. Because, like for Beastmaster,
Yeah, that was one of my actually favorite editions from Vinegar Syndrome was that Beastmaster.
I like the packaging that they had because it's so unique.
I mean, I had a raggedy DVD, so which I love still, but I mean to get that edition.
Yeah. It's funny that you had an old DVD of Beastmaster because that was unheard of to me, that movie. It was on HBO a lot,
Okay,
but I'd never seen it.
that'll work. Yeah, I had the DVD actually, and like I watched that since, like I said, VHS days. And when Vinegar Syndrome said they were releasing it, I had to jump on that real quick.
Is there... What are your dream releases? Because I know we just found out like a week ago my dream release came true. Ever. And that was really exciting. So I'm curious what you want to be like super remastered.
I heard about that one. So, that's a good question. Let me think about that one real quick there. I'm actually hoping for Miami Connection
Yes.
to get a Vinegar Syndrome release.
I've actually been wanting to pick that up recently.
And I knew the vinyl got released, but I want the movie.
Yeah, because it just went out of print from Massacre Video or whatever company that is.
Yeah, and it's out of print. It goes for crazy money.
Because that's the same company that does Hack a Lantern. So, and that I got really cheap. But
yeah, I have Hack a Lantern, man.
Do you have the slipcover?
Miami Connection. No, mine's actually a media book. It's like a German media book.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that one.
But yeah, and the Miami Connection, I watched it, I streamed it. I think it was on Tubi TV, and man, the transfer was horrible. So
yeah, first time I saw
I
that
didn't
was
enjoy it that as much as I could.
Yeah, I saw it on Amazon Video or whatever streaming, and it was really awful quality. And I was like, they should remaster this. And I know they had a Blu-ray, but I don't think they like upscaled it.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it. Like I could get into it. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. I don't know the Blu-ray because I don't own it, but that streaming one I can vouch for, and it was terrible.
The soundtrack was awesome though. And that's what I think gives a lot of charm
But that
to
would
these
pretty much be
80s
my
movies.
dream release. Yeah, they need the love.
But any
But yeah,
unexpected
that's the only one
releases?
I could think of
Yeah.
up top, oh,
Oh,
right
sorry.
now.
We're delayed a lot.
Mm, yeah, I would like Killer Party also. I feel that's an underrated slasher film.
I don't think I've heard of that.
You haven't heard of that one? I have the DVD release, which is it's only available I think through VHS or DVD, but it's kind of like a supernatural slasher, but it's got that 80s charm to it.
Ooh. Because I have another killer movie called Killer Condom. That's my dream release. It's my final one. I can't think of many else. Maybe some Neil Breen. Get that actually available. Because it's really hard to find.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I've heard you talk about Killer Condom, and that sounds real intriguing, man. I actually busted out laughing when you told me that title.
Oh, it's great. That's the first movie that I
But the
saw.
other one I haven't heard of. What
Yeah.
was that other one you said there?
Getaven. Or, oh, Neil Breen.
Oh, get it. Yeah. And is he the star on the film?
For Getaven, that's John DeHart. He's like a crazy man
Oh,
who had money because he's like a lawyer or attorney. He made an actions movie where he's like the hot lead, but he's like 60 when he made the movie. And he has all these like babes, and he sings, and he does karate. It is so awkward. I'm shocked you haven't watched it yet. I love that movie so much.
I have not. I've not even heard of that till now.
It is so great. It's called Champagne and
But
Bullets by
when you were
Vinegar
telling me, I was thinking of Champagne and Bullets,
Yeah, it's the same movie. It's 3 different cuts.
and that's what I was thinking of when you're telling me Get Even. I was like, no, what is that? What? And it slipped my mind. Then I saw Get Even. I was like, that's the other title.
Yeah.
Duh.
Apparently, I didn't know this until I saw the description on the Vinegar Syndrome site. But apparently, he made like a pretty competent action movie called Champagne and Bullets. And then he edited it into a like more passion project called Road to Revenge. And then the one I like, Getaven, is like the crazy, like weird one. And that was the one I love.
Oh man, I love those weird films.
The fact that they have an audio commentary with that crazy director, that's like Christmas for me. That never happens for those movies.
And that's the extra you get love on the bonus features is that the extra interviews, and that's why it's picking up a physical copy.
I don't get the people who say online only and streaming only. I don't get it. Like, nowadays, there's so much love
Me neither.
to the, like, releases.
Oh yeah, it's amazing what they're doing right now. It's a great time to be a collector.
I say it's the golden age of collecting. I've said that multiple times, because it is. Because Criterion was doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Criterion was doing pretty good for a while.
Yeah.
And now we have companies like Vinegar Syndrome and Severin and I guess Era 4444, which is the new like Asian like boutique company. Like all these movies.
I just picked up a release from there.
Oh yeah, which one?
I can't even say the name, man. I'm bad with names, but Anatomia.
Yeah, Anatomia Extinction. Yeah, I got that too. I'm still waiting.
Yeah. Yeah, I ordered that one, and it looked really cool from the trailer. I'd never seen it, but
have you seen Tokyo Gore Police?
I have not, and I've heard stuff about it.
It's probably the best movie ever. Not really, but it's amazing.
I need to see that because I'm getting into that Asian cult cinema.
Oh, it's my favorite. They go over the top.
Like I just got Battle Royale and I haven't even seen it yet, and I'm just waiting to get put that one on.
That is definitely the place to start in Asian cult films, in my opinion. That's a good start.
It, that's a good one to start with.
Oh yeah, because I saw that movie when I was like 11 or 12, and I fell in love.
Wow.
That was before Hunger Games came out.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I heard. It's that style of movie, but more brutal.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of blood in that movie. So,
That's right up my alley. So,
but Tokyo Gore Police is the remake of Anatomia that the director made. So he had no money when he made Anatomia to do what he wanted. So,
see, I'm listening to your knowledge there because I'm not too knowledgeable in that.
but Tokyo Gore Police I saw for the first time last week, and I was blown away by it. It was insane.
Yeah,
lots of blood.
I need to get that one. I've heard about it, and they also tell me about Itchy the Killer.
Yeah,
Like
Takashi Miike.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just now getting these movies because I've seen most of them throughout the years. I just haven't been able to own them because I didn't know about Arrow Video, who's released most of his. So
Yeah, Arrow Video does some awesome releases.
what are your favorites by them?
By Arrow, I gotta let's see. I'm gonna go with my Macabre Visions. Mario Bava set is my favorite.
Yeah, that was one I really wanted, but I couldn't find a copy because it sold out in like a day, I think. Because that was the last minute.
It was gone quick.
Yeah. I think we talked about that, how they had all the movies for like a week more, and they were like, let's just release a box set, here you go. And they released it, made a bunch of money. And then it sold out.
It was random, just all of a sudden. And I happened to be on the page to pre-order it, and it was my birthday, so...
Hey.
I said, why not?
Yeah. I don't know. I really like that Ringu set. I hope they do a Ju-on set like that.
Oh yeah, I have that one too. That one's good. That one's awesome.
I haven't seen the documentaries though. I should. I'm shocked I haven't.
I haven't either. I've only watched the films.
The second one was way more creepy than it had any right to be.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen it. I've seen the American remakes, and it's okay. Lots of jump scares, which I have a whole thing about. But like that one was
that's all
way
horror
too
is
much.
now.
Yeah, but I like Hereditary and Midsummer and all that. That's no jump scares.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed those as well.
The Lighthouse, that's good.
Lighthouse, yeah, that had a crazy ending. Those birds just munching on him.
Mermaid sex too. Don't forget.
Mermaid sex, and William Dafoe going crazy.
It's always a good movie when it's Willem Dafoe. Anytime he shows up, I'm like, yep. It's like strapping myself in.
Tom Sold too, one of my favorite actors.
Are you much of a...
Another Arrows...
Huh?
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say, like, how do you approach, like, movie watching? Do you like watching movies a bunch of times and then supplements? Because that's what I do. I try to get really familiar and then find out more. But that's probably not efficient.
Oh, yeah. Especially if there's different cuts of the film, so I'm watching all of them. And then just seeing which one I like best, and then I'll watch it again just to see if I missed anything. Actually, a few times.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm going through the Christopher Lee set, and I didn't realize there was a whole disc of interviews. And I just ended up like watching like 3 hours of interviews, like without meaning to.
Oh, wow.
Because it just kept going. And finally I was like, okay, I'm done. And then like, it ended up I chose the wrong disc. The disc underneath like the slip that shows like Arrow Video or 7 releases. That's like the actual movie. So.
Oh, shoot.
But
I haven't even got into that when I have the box set, but I haven't got to them yet. They're on my watch list though.
It's really big. I didn't think it'd be that big.
I know.
I don't know if you saw my unboxing video, but I was like, oh my gosh. Like, it is
I did
way
see your
bigger.
video. Yeah. I think I got my set like probably 5 days after I saw your video.
I was shocked because Will still hasn't gotten his either, and he pre-ordered it like the same day about. And he hasn't even
Wow.
gotten a shipping notice, and a lot of people haven't either. I was on Reddit today, and a lot of people were like, wow, I wish I had it. And I was like, oh. It's like,
Yeah, yeah. I heard one of my friends too said he's still waiting for shipping notice, and I'm like, really? That was crazy.
that's why I try to do big orders at once, like every few months.
Yeah,
Because I can't do the
yeah.
one movie at a time.
I do my pre-orders. I try to get them in as soon as I can, but if I can't, then I'm like fighting it at the last minute to see if it's sold out or it's just it's an uncomfortable feeling when you're at the last minute trying to get it.
I can't wait to see what sold out during the Vinegar Syndrome sale.
Oh yeah, it's there was some low there. What was it? I think you were saying extra was low. Extra 3.
Yeah, I think I texted you, and I just bought mine because I was like, oh, there's 32 copies left. And then in an hour, it was like, there's 22 left. And I was like, you gotta buy it now or you're gonna miss out.
And I did miss out on that one.
The second one's awful, but the first one's a legit classic.
Oh yeah, I love the first one. I have that one. It's just weird the way I like it.
Is there a good Blu-ray release? I've been looking for years, and I have a shitty DVD with both 1 and 2.
Yeah, there's one from Second Sight Films.
Oh, really? Isn't it sold out, though?
Yeah, it might be sold out, but you could find it like on Amazon or eBay, and it's still reasonable price. But it's just a standard edition. There was like a limited edition with a slip box, but that one's out of print.
Well, Vinegar Syndrome needs to do the whole series.
Yeah, they do. Give them if they're listening, give them a heads up. Just kidding.
Yep. I doubt it. With how many
I doubt it,
orders
too.
there are, oh my gosh. Because you did the
They're shut
Grindhouse
down.
video sale, right?
Yeah, I did that one.
I don't know if you saw the video by the lone guy working there when he was doing all the packaging, like all the orders. He was like, yeah, we got 15,000 orders. And most times we get
Wow.
like 4,000 orders. And I was like, oh my
Damn.
god. So how many new collectors are there?
I didn't see that video, but I heard the overwhelming that they were posting on Instagram.
Yeah, someone took like a street video, like they were outside the store thinking it was open. They just saw him like just grabbing stuff off the shelves and like packaging it. I was just like, oh my god. That's probably the funniest
He didn't
video.
expect to get hit up like that.
Yeah. There were some good deals. That's where I got the Tsukamoto, Ringu. Well, not Ringu. I can't even remember what I got.
Me neither. I know I got the same one you said there, the Tsukamoto. I probably slaughtered the name.
No, you got it that time.
Okay. And the Graveyard of Honor, is it?
Yeah,
I got that
but
one.
without honor. Yeah, I wanted that and I didn't get it. I should have.
Yeah. Graveyard Without Honor. I haven't seen those yet. I have those on I have a watch list, a pile just standing there.
I was about to ask, do you have a pile too?
Oh, it's a couple piles or maybe more.
I have a pile of 3. Because
Pile 3.
I went through and I watched like most of my new pickups, and I'm going through the Christopher Lee set, but I can't put that on the shelf because I want it like not damaged. But it's just 3
Yeah.
movies. It's the Tsukamoto set, Wishmaster, and post-war Kurosawa. So
The Wishmasters is one I need to pick up
it's cheap. You can find it real cheap on Amazon.
because I haven't seen those since cable that long.
I saw the first one a long time ago and then forgot about it, and then rediscovered it again in college. And I was like, whoa. So I remember watching this.
That's awesome to rediscover something and be like, wow. brings back a memory.
Are there any releases where you ended up rediscovering and you just were like, oh shit, like
Yeah. uh, from Eureka Entertainment, I picked up Paul's, and that one I remember seeing as a kid, like a long time ago, and it just brought memories back when I was watching the whole film.
And which one was that?
It's called Pulse. It's an '80s kind of supernatural film, and it has a young Joey Lawrence in it.
Oh.
And it's about like kill electricity.
Sounds like that one awful movie, The Lights or whatever, that was recent with the electricity guy.
Yeah.
And it ended up being like a disease, and it was like the most underwhelming reveal ever.
Yeah, this one's not as bad as that one. I know what you're talking about.
Well, Lights Out, that's what it's called.
Lights Out, yeah, Lights Out. This one's got 80s nostalgia in it. That's what I like.
How important are slipcovers to you? Because this is a fun question I ask people.
Oh, I don't really go for them, but I how should I say it? I prefer them if I can get them there. Yeah, but if not, fine, you know. But I do look for them first. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm always disappointed.
How about you?
I am definitely a slipcover guy. I will not shell out for a slipcover though. That's why I spent a lot of money now on the vinegar syndrome ones, rather than down the line paying $100 for one.
Yeah, exactly. I'll get it if I can, but if not, you know, you still got the film.
I was really disappointed that Giallo Volume 1 sold out because it's in like the normal plastic and they just shoved 3 discs in. And I'm like, I want that sick set. Like, so Volume 2 and 3 I will have like good, but
yeah, that one I got on a pre-order. I missed out on that House box set from them, which I'm regretting.
I heard that was a good set.
I heard too, and I lacking on Vinegar Syndrome, and on Cream Factory I'm lacking the box set of Amityville, the first 3 films.
Yeah, that was the one I wanted because I know the sequels are like hit or miss depending on taste, but
yeah, they said they're kind of like TV movie style, some of them.
Yeah, straight to TV, some of them even.
But I've never seen any Amityville horror films.
I almost saw the first one when I was like 7 because I was in Blockbuster with my mom and we wanted a Halloween movie. And the Blockbuster employee was like, ma'am, like this is rated R. There's a lot of violence. Like, you might not want to show that. So we watched Poltergeist instead, and that did the trick. So I know we were talking about that earlier. So
I just watched that film yesterday, actually.
It's the perfect movie to introduce people to the genre, in my opinion.
It is, because it was rated PG, but I think it's a little harsher than that.
It touches every trope, too. And it has James Cameron, Toby Hooper, kind of directed it. There's lots of behind-the-scenes weirdness with that, on if he did or not, if it's Steven Spielberg, but...
Yeah, both on it, their names. That film's that's probably my favorite supernatural film of all time. I think I said that on Instagram.
Yeah, because I remember commenting on it, and I was like, oh, this is good choice. Every Halloween I watch it. Not Halloween Day, but my 31 days of Halloween I do. Every year.
Oh, yeah. That's a must-watch. And like you said, it's a great starter. Starting in horror, that's when you should definitely start on.
Exorcist is really good, too, if you're okay with slow pacing. Although, to me, it's not slow.
Mm-hmm. To me neither. I love that movie.
As a kid, I remember
it gets
laughing
better
at
with
it.
Age, like. Me too.
I think it's once you're an adult.
That's the best.
Huh?
That's the best to me of possession films.
Yeah.
or that style of film. Yeah.
It's very documentary, which I like.
Yeah, and then the score. That song stays in my head when I'm watching it.
There's a whole like weird behind the scenes thing with that too. That I think Red Letter Media covered. How the guy remakes that song like every format, like CD, cassettes, or whatever. It's like crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely one that stays in your head.
You should definitely watch House from 1977. That is the best
Oh,
supernatural movie.
I saw you show that in one of your videos.
That movie is bonkers.
I'm gonna look out for that one. Actually,
The Criterion sale is in next month, actually, right after the Severance sale, which is a double hitter on the wallet. But
damn, well, it's gonna be on life support. I can tell you that.
it's already on life support after Vinegar Syndrome. I'm like, yeah, I won't do Severin and Criterion, but I know I will. So
Yeah. And actually, the thing now is with the Severance sale, I probably won't add money, but my birthday hit right on the Severance sale, so
ooh,
I lucked out.
get some gift cards.
Get some gift cards or some money in a card. I'm gonna hit up that Severance sale.
Yeah, it was funny because last weekend, I think I was texting you and I was like, yeah, I just went on the Severin website and added everything I wanted. And it was like $300, like without sale. I was like, I can probably do that.
Yeah.
Like 150.
Yeah. And I remember you texting me that. I was like, wow, man, that's good. Because I think I did around the same $300.
And a lot of them I can take off because they're like newer stuff that's not going to sell out. So I have a cushion, I guess.
It's always good. Yeah, I see a new release and I click it. Like, shit, man, my money's getting, lower and lower.
That's one thing I was happy for about Vinegar Syndrome is that for the non-slips, they never go out of print. Like, it's really hard. So I've been buying up the non-slips, like, off sale.
Mm-hmm. You didn't pick up Ice Cream Man?
I don't think so.
With Clint Howard? Because I heard that one completely sold out.
Shit. I got Spookies. That was probably the only non-slip that I got.
I missed out on it. I heard like right after it sold out that's it.
I would go look, but the site is down until July, so.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah, they're doing their partner label.
I like the partner labels, but it's really weird, like very niche stuff.
Yeah, they got some odd ones there.
The only one was Heavy Trip.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one.
What are we gonna say?
I've never even heard of that film. No, I was saying I picked up some Fun City editions like Walking the Edge, and then last time I picked up Alphabet City, and those films are excellent if you come across those.
Huh. Well, I'm sure they're not going to go out of print because no one I've seen picked them up. So that was one thing I noticed on people's sales. I was like, okay, what's going out of print? And I could just see like all older slip covers. Like a lot of slip covers I saw a lot on other people's sales.
Yeah.
Cthulhu That's Mansion.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, because I don't know if anyone knows, but I was like quite tipsy when I did my hauls. Because I think it was Friday night, I think is when it went live, or Thursday night. Like midnight. On Eastern Standard Time. And I was like, there was a live stream that I was watching and everyone was drinking. And I like logged into the live stream or the website and I just added a bunch of stuff, went over budget, ordered it, and forgot about it. And I don't even remember what was on there. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, I just got a paycheck. Okay, I'm going to do another order. And so I did that. And then I think I was looking on your page or someone else's, and they were like, "Oh, I got this weird movie called Champagne and Bullets, otherwise known as Get Even," and I freaked out, bought that, and
You didn't realize that's a movie I'm after.
yeah, it was so funny because like I looked at the cover and it looked like '80s action movie, and I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever. I'm gonna get the weird, other stuff." And like I would never have noticed that if it wasn't for whoever posted it.
Yeah, it's I heard you talking about that film, and I was like, I don't think I got it. And then I realized by Champagne and Bullets title, oh yes, I did. So
Yeah,
I
there's
didn't catch me
titles.
the Get Even title. And I was like, I think I missed out on that one. And then I'm like, oh wait, no, never mind. I do got it. It's Champagne and Bullets.
Yeah, I keep looking out for the word Gitaven when I look at people's vinegar syndrome calls. And I'm just like, why do they have champagne and bullets? What's Gitaven? And then I have to I have to call it that now, champagne and bullets.
No, that's the main title shown on there, like in big letters.
Yeah. And I think on the bottom left of the cover, it has like all of the titles. So that's when I saw it, because it just kind of peeped in my head. I was like, why am I thinking about Gitaven? And I like scrolled back up to the photo. And I was like, oh shit, that's John DeHart.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that one. I haven't got it yet, but I want to see that one because it looks right up my alley.
Oh, it is so cringy and awesome.
Yeah, I like those kind of action or exploitation films. Just love them.
Yeah, because you have a series where every Saturday you do action exploitation.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do, and that's when I'm tipsy.
Yeah, because that's how I discover a lot of movies, is through that, like in that genre. So, good job.
That's my next favorite genre besides horror is action or exploitation.
Yeah, because I remember when I did my Criterion video, you were like, I own 10 Criterions, and most of them are horror, or like, what I'm into. Because I was always a, like, big, umbrella, like, collecting. But you're very focused on yours.
Yeah, like I said in one of my videos, you'll never see me as a completist because I'm picky on movies. I can't complete if I think the movie's gonna be pretty much dog shit. You're not gonna see me get it. And that's just my opinion. It might be an actual masterpiece, and I'm more here thinking in my head.
For me, I'd rather be safe in my buying, because I've bought some awesome looking movies with the best slipcover and whatever. And I watch it and it's like the worst movie ever. And I just get rid of it, upsell it by a lot.
Oh, that happens to me over and over. And you think I'll learn, but I don't.
That's what I like about Vinegar Syndrome too, is that it's gonna sell out eventually. So just hold on to your shitty movies with the slipcovers. You can upscale it by 5 times profit.
Oh yeah, and Vinegar Syndrome. Once they go out of print, you'll see them on eBay for insane money.
It's gonna be
Same
really
prices. It's like, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Criterion just announced the Melvin Van Peebles box set, and one of those movies is Sweet Sweetback's Badass Song, which is like $300 with the slipcover on eBay from Vinegar Syndrome.
Wow!
I can't wait for that to dive down in price.
And that's the dad of Mario Van Peebles, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't.
Because I remember Mario Van Peebles from New Jack City.
Oh yeah.
New Jack City, and what else was he on? He's in a lot of movies. He's on that awful Jaws movie too. Sequel.
Oh, I don't go beyond the first one. Just like Tremors.
I can tolerate part 2, but after that, it's like, oh my god.
Tremors is the same way. I cannot get past the first one, or like 2 and on. I love the first one.
There's nothing like the first one.
It's a
The
perfect
second one's
movie.
fun. The second one's a fun one, but there's nothing like the first one.
And the third one is where they brought back everybody, but it was like weird CGI.
Oh man,
I remember renting it from Blockbuster, and that was the last time I saw it. Right before it closed.
I started the series and I stopped at 2. I couldn't watch no more.
Yeah, because I remember when they announced the first movie, a lot of people did not buy it because they were like, oh, what about the whole series? I love the series. I'm like, do you? Is there anybody out there who likes the sequels?
Yeah, there is. You'll be surprised. There is fans. It's crazy. I just couldn't. I don't know if it was a mood, but I just couldn't go past part 2.
I have a controversial opinion along these lines. I cannot get past the second Friday the 13th movie.
All I can say on that is I can see why, but I enjoy the whole series. But I can see how they get worse. What you're saying?
Because I have that 8-disc collection that was like really cheap from like Walmart. Mm-hmm. And I binged the first 4 movies, and 3 was like okay, it was like weird 3D. But like 4 was just like awful. But I think if I was to watch them behind the scenes, I would appreciate it a lot more. So I want to get that Scream Factory box set.
I have that one, and you're gonna probably flip out on this, but part 4 is my favorite one.
I don't remember it at all, so I can't even judge it.
That's the one that's my favorite. I don't know why. It's just Corey Feldman, I guess. And
okay, I do remember that. I remember him being in there, and I was like, oh, that's Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
And that was all that.
Yeah.
That's all that stuck with me.
Yeah, he's great in that one. Well, in my opinion.
A sleepover camp movie that I like more is Sleepaway Camp. Those movies I like. Oh. Well, I've seen the first one, but I haven't gotten the motivation to watch the sequels.
The sequels are fun, but the first one is the classic.
I saw that in class, in cult films class.
Oh, well.
That was really awkward at the end.
I bet you got a great sex education there with that ending.
Well, there's a really great special features all about that. About how it's actually like a really big, like, celebrated movie in the trans community. And that was, like, shocking. Like, there was a scholar talking about that.
Oh, well.
In the special features. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I never would have thought. Like, that's great.
Yeah, that ending still flips me out. Even though I know what's happening, it still gets me by surprise. I don't know why. I do know why.
I feel bad for the actor because there was like a drunk, like, set dresser, like someone who's in charge of like making sure the sand is like consistent. And they were like, hey, we need you to put on the mask of the girl. And you gotta stand there for like 4 hours while we do the makeup and light the scene. And he's like blacked out of his mind because he asked them to. He didn't want to do it. It's so funny. That's all I think about watching that scene now. Is this poor like college age kid having to do that.
He's traumatized. He's traumatized after that.
The behind the scenes for that is really funny, watching this, because I have the Scream Factory release, and that was just a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I have that Scream Factory too, but I missed out on the slip cover. I don't have the slip.
Oh, I don't either. Never mind. I thought I did.
That was before I was collecting, so...
I remember seeing a big box set of all the movies by Scream Factory or Arrow, I think. That I almost got, but I didn't know the movies.
Mm-hmm. I know there was a DVD set, and it was like in a, like the, how would you say it? Those kits they have, the medicine kits.
I think that's what it was. I saw that at my used bookstore, like DVD.
Yeah, it was all of them. But that's out of print big time now too. Goes for crazy money.
I should have bought that and we sold it.
Oh, you would have made a fortune now. But I wasn't collecting at the time and missed out on it.
I missed out on the Donnie Darko set, the original one from like way back. I didn't even know what era video was at the time. I almost bought it, but I didn't because it was expensive for a high schooler. So.
Oh yeah. All your allowances ain't gonna add up to that.
Yeah, it was like $60, I think, which is a lot. Like at that time.
I just recently saw Donnie Darko for the first time. Now that I got the 4K edition.
What'd you think?
I loved it.
Good. I love it too. I haven't watched it in a long time.
I was laughing out loud at his character, at Jake Gyllenhaal's character.
Yeah, it's definitely an early Jake, before he got his good acting together.
Yeah, and you could see that.
I really need to get that. Because they have like 3 cuts, don't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have 3 cuts. I have it right here, but I don't know, it's way up there. I don't know if I could get it right now. But let me see. Let me grab it real quick there, and I'll read it.
All right.
I guess it says 2 cuts: the theatrical cut and the director's cut.
Okay. I'm curious what the difference is and what people think about it.
I've only seen the director's cut. I haven't seen the theatrical cut.
Huh? Because I've seen the theatrical one, and I liked that one a lot too. I haven't seen the director's.
I watched the director's, and it blew my mind, man.
Isn't there a book on it? Like, I feel like someone, it was originally a book.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure there is a book.
Gotta find that one. I read Kikis Delivery Service today, because that was one of my favorite movies by Miyazaki. And it was just like the movie, just as wonderful, wholesome, cute, all that.
Oh, wow. To be honest with you, I haven't read a book since probably I was my early years in college.
Reading for fun is a lot better than for school. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Because I think it was like one break, like between one of my years at college. We had no internet for like a week or two when we moved to the new house that I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a nightmare. Like I could do nothing. So I just went through a big stack of books. And it was like amazing. That's when I got back into it.
Oh, well. And the books do tell a lot more than the movies will. I know that.
Oh, yeah. I read Jurassic Park recently, like a few months ago. And it was night and day, the quality. Like, I love the movie. But reading the book, they missed out on a lot of nuance and, like, the commentary about, like, society in the book. And it just turned it into like a fun, like, woohoo, like action movie.
Wow. I loved Jurassic Park, especially the first one.
It's so bad when you know that, like, the second movie's so bad that when you're watching a documentary about 1 and 2, that you fall asleep when they cover the second movie. That's how you know it's a bad movie.
I actually got to revisit that franchise. I don't remember, besides part 1.
The filmmaking is really good. I'll give it that. I have a commentary track if you want to listen to it.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get more of those. Like, I haven't watched a lot of special features on my films. Unless it's one I really love.
Yeah, I feel really bad when I don't watch them. Because, like, even with early stuff that I've owned forever, some of them I still haven't even watched, documentaries and stuff.
Like, I watched one on, who was it? No. What movie was I watching the other night? And I saw One Dark Night. It's with Meg Tilly. I think I posted it on Instagram. It has Adam West. And I watched the whole director's interview. And it's all the information is just priceless, what he was saying there.
Have you seen Dial Code Santa Claus?
Yeah.
The documentary on there with the director.
No, I haven't seen the documentary.
Probably the best I've seen.
I need to check that out because I love that film.
I think I was talking to you and I said that I hate Home Alone, and
Yeah.
and that I finally discovered a movie that had that same concept, but it was before Home Alone. They covered that in the documentary, and the director's like, they stole it, and they gave me a bunch of money to settle out of court.
Oh wow.
It's like so funny.
And Code Santa is just like night and day better than Home Alone.
Oh yeah, I hate bumbling idiot comedy. That is the one piece of comedy I cannot deal with. Like fart jokes, people falling, like, and with the zoing sound effect, I hate it. I will rebel against your movie if you do that, unless it's like a satire, like I don't even know. Like Black Dynamite is probably my favorite satire movie ever.
I haven't seen that one.
It's a homage to the blaxploitation genre of the 70s. It's so amazing. And Vinegar Syndrome, of course, has released a bunch of those movies that movie took scenes from. So
I actually want to pick up more blaxploitation.
Start with that Melvin Van Peebles set. He's like the most well known.
And that's coming out by Criterion, you said, right?
Yeah, just announced today, so it's gonna be a while. So November, I think.
Give me time to save.
I need to get a.
I was gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you don't mind. If you could recommend me 3 Criterion editions to pick up.
Ooh. What do you have?
I have not much. I have Carnival Souls.
Ooh, I love that one.
Fast Time at Richmond High. Ghost Dog. Lone Wolf and Cub. Princess Bride. Repo Man. Scanners. The Broad, I'm not sure. Vanishing, and what's the other one? Irishman. And then I got the I can't say that, Zaitoshi box. I slaughtered that name. And the Bruce Lee collection.
I think the very first one I would say is get Videodrome, unless you have the Arrow edition.
I have the Arrow edition of Videodrome.
Yeah, okay. So the next one, that doesn't count. Night of the Living Dead, do you have that?
Yes, I have that one too. I forgot to mention that one because it's in a collector's box.
Oh, you have the 50th FYE.
The 50th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Definitely House.
And I got that for a steal. It was on sale for $30 and I got it.
Holy crap. I should have gone that. But the first one is definitely House.
It might still be at FYE.
Ooh. But Rosemary's Baby, do you have that?
I don't.
House, Rosemary's Baby, and the last one. Oh. Eraserhead? Are you a David Lynch fan?
Yes, I am.
Okay, definitely get Eraserhead then.
And I don't own that one either. I think which movie did I watch of his the other night? No. Lost Highway.
Oh, that one's underrepresented in everyone's collection.
And I really enjoyed that one.
Did you get the Kino Lorber edition of that?
Yeah, the Kino Lorber, yes.
Yeah, David Lynch sabotaged that one.
Did he?
Yeah, because they were asking, because he hates anyone but Criterion. He loves Criterion. And Kino Lorber was like, hey, we want to release Lost Highway. And he was like, okay, cool. Contact me if you want to do, like, documentaries or whatever. And they were like, okay, cool. And once they got enough money, like, in the budget to do, like, 2 documentaries, 3 interviews, or audio commentary, whatever, like, set budget they have, they emailed him and he didn't respond. And then they called him and he didn't respond. And he did that for, like, months. And finally, it was, like, a month before release. And they were like, we have Lost Highway coming out. There's no special features. And we couldn't get the original film print to remaster it. So, so a lot of people think Criterion's going to be
wow.
Like soon.
So, I'll definitely be picking that up after hearing that.
Yeah, I really want a David Lynch box set by Criterion. They have most of his movies. Like,
that would be awesome.
That's another dream release. There's a lot of dream
Arrow
releases
releasing
on
that
Criterion.
Arrow's released Dune. That's one of his films, right?
Yeah, but he's disowned it.
Or am I wrong?
Have you seen it?
He's disowned it? Oh, man. I have not seen it, no.
That's why you don't know. It's a really boring movie.
Is it? Oh, man.
Very committee.
Thanks for the warning, because I have it on my wish list.
Yeah, I want to own it for the special features, but the movie itself just sucks. I did not care for it.
Does it? I looked at it, the first trailer, and I said, heck no, I don't want this. It's not my type of movie. And then I watched it like a fourth time, the trailer, and it got interesting to me. I don't know why.
If it takes you 4 times to finally get around to
it,
that's a sign.
Yeah, I would take it, but I'll probably eventually end up picking it up.
I might too, because that set looks really good. So,
yeah,
there's a lot of new documentaries too.
I don't want that regular. I want the Steelbook one.
Oh, really?
I like the art on the Steelbook.
I like that sand-colored one. That one's cool.
Yeah, that's the non-Steelbook, but I'm not really into Steelbooks, but I just like the art on that one.
I used to own Driller Killer on Arrow Video Steelbook when it first came out. And I ended up trading it because I hated the movie.
You hated that one?
Yeah, I could not. I watched it like 4 times to make sure, and I couldn't get into it.
Wow. Just like me on the trailer of Dune, 4 times.
It's funny because Will, who I've had on the channel a few times, he loves Abel Ferrara. He loves Kings of New York, Driller Killer, all those movies.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, you have to own this. And I was like, okay, great. And so I bought it, like, blind buy. Watched it. Was like, interesting, whatever. Watched it again. I hated it some more. It just kept getting worse every watch. And finally, Will was like, hey, I have some movies I want to get rid of. You got anything to trade? And I was like, you want Driller Killer? And he didn't have the Steelbook, so I traded it for like an Alfred Hitchcock box set and Akiru by Kurosawa, which I still own. But yeah.
Oh wow.
There's some risks and
I thought Driller Killer was decent, but I like Miss 45. Miss 45 is one of my favorite.
I've heard that one's good. I want to watch that.
Yeah, it's a rape revenge film, but done the right way.
Have you seen the best one? I Spit on Your Grave. I know you own it, but
I got the set, but I've only seen the 2 remakes.
What? Those are the bad ones. Watch the original.
I've never seen the original.
It's so good.
And I have it right here on the shelf. You
should definitely watch it.
And then there's like a part 3 and 4. I don't know. I went with low expectations into that one.
Yeah, I think with the original one, what makes it so good is that it was the first movie that treated rape seriously. And not like Revenge of the Nerds. Mm-hmm. And that is wacky and funny.
You know, I never knew there was a, like, I watched those years ago until you mentioned it, that there is a rape scene in there.
Yeah, it was pointed out to me, too. And in Animal House, I think, there's one, too.
And I just picked up Animal House.
I know, it was on my mind. So I remember you posted the 4K, and I was like, that's a cool set. Too bad, there's that one scene.
Yeah.
That was the 80s, though.
I mean,
a lot of comedies were like that.
Yeah, they didn't give a crap, man. It was like all out. They could never get away with that nowadays.
Good. I don't want that in my comedy. I want to laugh.
Well, oh yeah, not the rape, not the rape scene, but like other stuff. Because I really don't care for rape scenes. I pretty much stay for the revenge story.
Yeah, the first half of the original Spit on Your Grave is just rape the whole time. And then the second half is the most gruesome killings ever. And it's like very like satisfying. So
see, that's what I like, the revenge story.
It really sets it up though.
I got a question to ask you.
Yeah.
Have you seen Last House on the Left?
Yeah, I own that Unlimited by Arrow.
Which one would you prefer more?
Oh, I'm a Wes Craven fan.
Which one would you prefer more? I Spit on Your Grave or Last House on the Left?
Definitely Last House on the Left.
Yeah, me too.
Although I don't watch it.
Because I seen that one and I liked it. I liked Last House on the Left.
Yeah, because I own the limited edition. I got that for $15 actually online. I was pretty proud of that.
Oh wow!
My first limited edition of Arrow, and I watched it a few times. I've only seen the theatrical cut. I think I saw that on Amazon Prime originally. Loved the movie. Saw it was for $15 online, so I bought it, not thinking it was worth $50 because it was out of print. I think it is out of print.
I think so too.
I totally lucked out on getting that for $15.
Yeah, you got to steal there because I paid like $35 for mine.
Because I just looked online and it was on the recently uploaded on Blu-ray on Mercari. I don't know if you use that. It's a first come first serve eBay, no auctioning.
Oh, and I don't like auctioning.
Yeah, I hate auctioning. I like Mercari because I can just buy it and then I win. Like, that's it.
Oh, interesting.
So, I saw it on there, bought it for $15, and I was like, cool, great, I have it now. And it came in like 2 days later, so.
That's a steal right there, a steal price.
Have you read the booklet yet? That has a great history of horror, like, essay in it.
I have not.
Definitely check that out. It talks about the transition from like goofy rubber monster horror movies to like humans are the monsters that became like 1970s horror. And I love the essay. It's a great like history lesson.
Oh wow. I'm definitely gonna read it after that. My favorite is horror, my favorite genre.
Any directors in specific you like a lot?
It's the usual John Carpenter.
Yeah.
My favorite. If it's not a Carpenter film, it's just not a film to me. But I still watch all kinds of stuff.
I'm looking at my shelf.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just trying to think of a director. I think George Romero is the first one that pops in my head.
Oh yeah, Romero's in my top 5 for sure.
Martin is probably his best movie in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love Martin.
I can't wait for that 4K release soon.
I know. Second Sight, you're teasing us.
I hate that they have the special features on Blu-ray because it gets region locked. Now, I know nobody has an issue with that because I'm the only one who doesn't want to buy a $200 Blu-ray player again. But
like, it's rough.
Like I hate that they don't have all the special features like in the Suspiria release where they have it all 4K. Like, so.
And then you have to go to the Blu-ray for the special features.
And, like, that's my favorite thing. Especially with, like, Dawn of the Dead and Martin. I want to know behind the scenes. Because I have a DVD. Except for Martin. There's no DVD of that. As far as I know.
I got the Arrow one, but it's Region B locked.
Yeah.
But I have a Region free player.
I'm jealous. One day I'll buy it. Maybe Black Friday I'll get it, but that's Vinegar Syndrome sale. So
I know. I actually got it as a Christmas present. My region free player.
that's a good idea. It's just weird. Like once I move out, it'll be easy to ask for one. But like living at home where we have a 4K player and all that, it's like hard.
Yeah, I barely got into 4K about 5 months ago. I barely started collecting 4K.
I'm trying to think my first one I ever got. I think it was Saving Private Ryan. I'm not much of an action guy in that regard. Like war movies, I don't care about.
Yeah.
But after that, I think Suspiria is like my first boutique 4K that I got. And that looks gorgeous.
That's my favorite Argento film, hands down.
Opera was shockingly my first one I ever saw.
Opera is good too.
I hate that edition by Scorpion releasing is like $80. Like,
oh yeah,
in print, and I'm like, it does not need to be that expensive. Maybe 40. Like,
yeah, I didn't get that. I have the regular standard edition, and I'm not sure what company it's under. I have it there on the shelf somewhere.
Yeah, because I remember it got announced, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get that one day.
Like I want Deep Red. I don't have a good edition of Deep Red.
Was that they are doing 4Ks of Deep Red and Cat of Nine Tails and both Crystal Plumage. I hope they do Tenebrae. I don't have that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Tenebrae is the one that they gotta put for sure.
They have it on Region B, I think.
I got the bird with the crystal plumage on pre-order. I ordered that one.
Honestly, I don't think that movie's his best. It's just okay.
I want Cat of Nine Tails, though. I might look to get that one. No. I've seen it, and it's just a decent one, but I'm like, I want that in the collection for some reason.
Yeah, I have the standard, and that's good for me. I know most people want to go all out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to collect those Arrow 4K editions. I want to collect them just to have them. Because I have a pretty decent set of them.
I have just one 4K Arrow. And that's Tremors, of course.
Mm-hmm. And I'm saying that, but I only have two. I have Tremors and Donnie Darko. No, I was going to ask you what sale are you looking forward to next?
I have no idea. Maybe I want to say Severin, but that's like next week or in a week or two. But the Criterion one, and I think I'll pick up a couple titles because it is in person.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that'd probably be my same order right there as you. Do you like Steelbooks?
Oh, I don't like Steelbooks, no. I have two.
I started buying nothing but those, and then I lost interest.
To me, it's just too easily damaged. So, did yours break easily or scratch?
Well, some of them did. I have them in protective cases, but the ones I didn't, they did scratch.
Yeah, because all of mine scratched, and I was like, oh, well, shit. And I just got rid of them. Just resold them.
Oh, man. And then you pay that much money for them? It's like, come on.
Yeah, because I got Amityville Horror, actually. We were talking about that earlier. I got that, like, special edition Zavi, like, Arrow, like, something. And it looked great, like, but it was Region 2, and it scratched. So. Oh,
man. I got the Beyond and City of the Living Dead on Steelbook, And the art, it's the Arrow ones. They are awesome. I'm telling you, the art on those.
Those are the Lucio Fulci, right?
Yeah, Fulci.
I don't own a single thing.
One
by
of my
him,
other favorite
although I should.
directors.
Well, I know Severin has released a lot of them, and that's what I want to focus on. That Severin, so.
Yeah, and they're releasing some of his like non-horror films now on the set.
Well, thank you for coming on. This was a lot of fun.
Oh, thank you for having me there, Christian. I really enjoyed it. It's my first actually recording, doing some. I really had fun. I was nervous, but I'm trying to survive in there. Yeah. I thank you for having me on, and this is fun. I hope we could do it again sometime.
Yeah, definitely. Once we start getting our vinegar syndrome stuff in, we'll have more to talk about.
Yeah.
We're going to thank everyone for listening, and I hope